Oh no, the title. Whatever will we do without the title of number 1? Okay. Oh, this is new. Huh. They changed the layout for live streaming. Interesting. Well, regardless, what's with the voice? So I'm being a little bit quiet because my wife is still trying to sleep in the other room. But she knows I'm streaming, like I already told her, but let's hop in and get this going. Why is it in Chinese? Oh, the splash screen? I don't know. Oh, we're just in the nether. Alright then. I honestly completely forgot where I was. Let's see what we got here. Wow, my computer just decided it was gonna be an airplane today. And just the fan is gonna go off. I downloaded a new game recently. Supermarket, or not Supermarket Simulator, TCG Card Shop Simulator. And for some reason, ever since then, my computer has just been going insane. So, I'm hoping it's not related. Hopefully, it's not too loud for you guys. I say that you should use polished andesite. I mean, I could. It's not out of the question. But I hope you guys are doing okay today. It has been a very long week, to say the least. Yeah, no, it's been a very, very busy week. Week 2 at the new job. Oh yeah, we got camels. I keep forgetting about that. It's different when I don't stream every day. Here, let me... Okay, Jeeves is still good. So the problem is we need more, we need more wool. We need to make a bunch of carpet. But the problem with that is our sheep only regenerate so fast, so I'm thinking about breeding some more. But to do that, we're gonna have to expand the sheep farm a little bit. My birthday is Sunday and I don't know what to do. Oh, happy birthday. If I don't stream tomorrow and I don't see you. I don't know. I've spent a lot of birthdays alone, honestly. I know that sounds kind of sad, but I remember one year, so my birthday is like kind of in the summertime. And unfortunately, it's like kind of around the time that everybody like goes to their cottages and stuff. And so I've definitely spent a couple of birthdays just like hanging out by myself because everybody was just like at the cottage. And like, it sucked, but I don't know, you can kind of make a day of it, like just go do all your favorite things. I think for that birthday I went and saw a movie and then went out and went to an arcade. Just hung out at the arcade for a few hours. So, I don't know, to each their own. I don't know. It sounds a lot more sad than it actually was, if I'm being honest. Okay. Let's grab some grass blocks. There we go. And I just have shulker boxes everywhere. Life of a lonely person? Yeah, really. No, I used to be a lot more lonely. Now I'm doing pretty okay with people. Obviously, I'd like to have more friends, but... You know, I got the best friend in the world that's going to be with me forever and ever, so can't really complain. Let's see here. Your wife? Yep, exactly. She is contractually obligated to spend time with me forever and ever. Sign the paperwork and everything. Okay, so what we can do... So, like, I didn't exactly plan on doing this, but since we kind of don't have a choice now... Let's expand out this way a little bit. And we'll throw down some grass blocks, and then I'll make the fence bigger, and then I'll break the fence. There we go. 4.94K, so close. Yeah, I know, right? Hopefully soon. I don't really have, like, a set plan for when I hit it, but... Here, I don't know... Geez, Trico is going insane. Trico being my, my gecko. She was pretty active last night. Right before bed, she was, like, going nuts. Something multiplayer. Oh. Okay, that wasn't part of the plan. I don't know. We'll see. I know you guys have been kind of pushing for me to do something multiplayer for a while now, so... There we go. My gecko's name is Trico, like the Pokemon. She is a crested gecko. Okay, so we'll do that. And we can do this. There, so that kind of expands it a little bit. And then now I want to quickly run and grab some wheat. Because the sooner that I can breed them, the sooner they'll grow up into full-size sheep and I can shear them. You know, we're so low on wheat right now. But, you know what, I think we can spare a couple. So let's get some of this action going. Maybe make a string duper. I could, but I'm not going to. Not really something I'm super interested in, but you did raise a good point that I do probably have a bunch of string that I can turn into wool blocks. I always forget that that's a mechanic, honestly. There we go. Got lots of new sheep. Because my my mob farm actually does produce some spiders. I actually probably do have a bunch of string I can turn into wool. Seeing as how I'm never going to end up trading it for emeralds because I don't really need to. There we go. If they'll actually let me out of the farm. There. Alright, let's go see. Because again, I completely forgot that was a mechanic. Jeez, my computer sounds like it's like gonna explode. Wool. Huh, yeah, look at that. Let's grab some more of that. Might actually have enough here to finish it. I didn't even think about this, but that was probably a really good call. There. That's not enough to finish it because I don't have enough dye, but I can definitely make more sea pickles, so it's not a big deal. Here. Yeah, no, it's definitely not enough to finish the whole thing, but it's definitely a good way to do it. I am potatoes and ketchup. Hello, Stein. What's up, potatoes and ketchup? Yeah, there's these things called ketchup chips. It's gonna blow your mind. Okay. That Enderman is sketching me out a little bit, but I'm doing okay. I'm a little tired. It's been a long week. But we're here and we're streaming. And I streamed a little bit earlier today than last weekend so that we can have a bit more time for some good old-fashioned Minecraft fun and games. Because I need to go Christmas shopping and grocery shopping. I honestly kind of forgot about the grocery shopping part, so that kind of adds a damper to my plans, but that might be a Sunday plan because I have to go get Christmas presents today. We're doing Christmas like a week early. Or not a week early, like a week and well, almost 2 weeks early actually. With my family. Because my sibling is coming down from Ottawa. And the only time I'll be able to see them is next Sunday. So unfortunately next weekend probably won't have a stream. But kinda don't have a choice in the matter. Even though I have best friends, I hate the lessons. Not really sure what you mean by that, but Enshaw, you missed the fact that you had a good idea that I could turn string into wool, and now we are filling in all the carpets. Because I didn't realize that was an option. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fill all this in at some point. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why. I always forget that you can turn string into wool. And like, it's not like that's like a new mechanic. Like, it's been in the game for a long time. I find every school has like that one thing though that they like make really well in the cafeteria. Like in my school, they had like cheesy garlic sticks. They were like actually okay. It was like the one thing all the students got. It was funny too, because like people would skip class and go get them, and like all the teachers knew it, but they just like kind of didn't care. Guess we can go here, but the good thing is like, you know, we should be able to get enough wool from the string to finish the bottom layer. It's just a matter of getting the sea pickles now. I actually need to repair my shovel as well. Yesterday I had southern chicken and tomato pesto mayo wrap. Nice. Friday we had tomato soup. I mean, soup's pretty good. Like, I'm not a huge soup fan, but my wife is. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, like, I like ramen, right? But I'm not a big, like, soup fan. My wife and her family just love soup, though. We actually got some last grocery day, because it's, like, winter. Something warm to eat. I don't know, I've never been a big fan of, like, foods that consist of, like, hot liquids. Like, I'm not a big coffee fan, I'm not a huge tea fan, but Earl Grey's okay. Like, ramen is okay, I guess, but it's not, like, my go-to. I'm not a big fan of, like, hot chocolate or tea or coffee or anything like that. Stews are good, though. Big fan of stew. It's, like, thicker. You like throw a bunch of stuff in like a crock pot or like a slow cooker or whatever. Let that sit all day and then come home. Ooh boy. That's some good food. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone seems to really like hot chocolate, and I've just never been like a huge fan of it. Like, it's okay. What up, Gilmore? Even when it's super cold outside, I'm still not, like, the biggest fan of it. I don't know. It's never really been a thing I'm, like, super into. So I'm having an issue right now where my inventory is just too full of stuff. I need to make a bunch of room. And I guess we do still have a bunch of sand, don't we? I was about to say we need to go get more sand, but like we kind of don't. Honestly, if anything, we just need to keep up with the fuel. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that what I desire. Bam, bam, bam. Here, let me just break this. It's fine. Anything for the cause. Even if I gotta make it look a little crappier. If we can smelt all this glass, it'll give us a bit of a good start. And then I can go grab some sea pickles so we can get some dye going. So that we can finish the floor and also have enough dye so that we can do all the glass later. That's not great. Here. Do you guys have to be right here? Like, it's the one spot I'm trying to step and you come over here. There. So let's go grab a few bones. And we can go do sea pickle. Mine broken because it's still starting soon. Still says starting soon. Yeah, I think yours is broken, Luna. I don't know what's going on with you. Here, refresh. That's weird. Definitely live, so I don't know what's going on with that. Oops. There we go. And there. I was waiting for 20 minutes and it already started. Yeah, it seems like it. Sorry, I've just been going off for 20 minutes and Luna's just like, when's the stream gonna start? Oops. There we go. Oh, jeez. And I've been having some bad dreams lately. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's just because I'm stressed out or what, but I'd say for like every day for the past like week and a half, I've just had bad dreams every time I fall asleep. It's so bad. Like, the worst part is like, I'm sleeping all the way through the night, but for some reason my brain's just like, and you're gonna have a nightmare today. We are, oops, drowning apparently. We are growing some sea pickles. Yeah, man, this week has been so busy for me. Like, I wish I could go into full detail. There's a few things I can't really say on stream, but between my grandma's passing and starting the new job and other stuff going on in the background and then trying to get Christmas figured out, like, it's been a bit of a week. Yeah, I don't know why my brain's just like, hey, you know how that you've been like really stressed out and you need some rest? Here, have some nightmares about your past. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Please don't do that. Spend some more time with your wife to help. You know, that's some really good advice, and I've been honestly trying to. But, I just, now that I'm working full-time again, I just don't have as much time to, hang out with the wife. As much as I would really love to do that. Like, thankfully this weekend, we have a bit of time to hang out, but it's definitely, definitely been a rough one this week between trying to learn my new job and dealing with other stuff, and you know, now it's Christmas is almost here, and because my family's doing Christmas early, it means I need to get all the Christmas shopping done like this weekend or not at all. So it's been a bit of a time. But we're slowly moving ahead, and hopefully things will get a little bit better soon. What is this dolphin doing? You good, bro? What's he trying to do? Oh, he's trying to get the piece of coral, but he can't. Okay. He's just gonna keep going, isn't he? I mean, that's fun. There we go. You just really wanted that piece of coral. It was gonna take no for an answer. Or wasn't gonna take no for an answer. Ugh, I gotta fix my coral patch too. Okay. Yeah, I've also been trying to cut back on the Diet Pepsi, which has not been helping with my stress levels, that's for sure. You know, who knew drinking like 2 liters of Diet Pepsi every day would be a bad thing and hard to give up? You know, who could have foreseen that? It's not like my body's like addicted to like the massive amounts of caffeine and it's causing major future health issues. No. Like when I was off work, I was drinking probably like a 2 liter a day, which is like so bad because I like, wasn't even supposed to be doing that. And then I started work again and I was like, okay, like start getting back in shape, start like, you know, drink less pop. Cut back on your brownies. Yeah, it's been more of a challenge than you might think. It's definitely been a tricky time. Yeah, like, of course I would love to join a server and do that, but I've just been so busy the past few days that, like, it's just not realistic. Like, I just, like, physically don't have the time. Like, my new job, I get off work at 4:30, but it's in another city, so I have to drive from that city to my city. And then, you know, come home, cook dinner, spend time with my wife, do my chores, and it's just... It's been a whole thing. By the time I actually have time to, like, sit down, it's already, like, 6:30, and I'm like, well, crap, because I have to be in bed by, like, 8:30. Or I'm not going to be able to get up early enough to go to work. So, it's been a bit of a time. I'm, like, basically trying to, like, reteach my body to, like, not depend on caffeine and other things to make me, like, instantly have instant gratification. I'm trying to, like, get back to working out and skateboarding and all that stuff, but it's definitely been a bit of a hiccup trying to get there. I don't know why people say coping is weird. No, it's a natural reflex of your body to try and cope with stressful situations, but I think what people don't understand is other people have had, you know, trauma and harder lives and, you know, deal with things that they don't. So when they hear you're coping, they're like, oh, just stop. I don't understand what the big deal is. And it's like, that's not how it works. The reason it's a coping mechanism is because it works and it's fast. So, like, for you to just be like, just stop. Just don't. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, I would say definitely one of my coping mechanisms is pop. I drink a lot of caffeine. Way more than any person should. There we go. Alright, so let's grab a bunch of this string. Can I just make... Oh, that's why. I was like, why is it letting me, like, directly make lime green wool? What is this sorcery? Wait, are you arguing? No, we're not arguing. I'm not, at least. I'm just vibing and playing some Minecraft. And I'm actually kind of curious because this might actually be enough wool to finish this. Which means expanding the sheep farm was actually kind of pointless, but... I mean, I wanted to give them a better quality of life. That's it. See? Look at that life. Quality life over there. Here, where are my shears? There we go. Okay. Killing the game. You know, we definitely have enough wool now. If we don't, then by the time we get back here to harvest some more, like, it'll be enough to harvest that we'll be able to move forward. Alright, let's go try this. We'll grab the last little bit of string here. There we go. I don't like that I used all my string, but we can get more back easily. It's not a big deal. And we'll combine that. There we go. Jesus, I just realized they're probably so cold you're underwater with no heating. You know, that's actually a valid point. Does Malka have a Minecraft skin? Because I want to make a fan art of you together. She does. She definitely has her own skin. It's definitely not like a Malka skin, though. But, I don't know, maybe I can get her to hop online with me at some point so you guys can see her skin. I'm actually shocked you guys remembered that. She only called herself Maka like once or twice in the chat and you guys were all over that. It's actually funny because the voice actress for Maka is Laura Bailey, who is one of the people who does Critical Role, which is the D&D podcast that we watch. We didn't know until like after the fact, but yeah, she's the voice of Maka. We love her platonically. The trio, bro, I would never forget. Yeah, I don't know if Wembu's still here, but Wembu was here when I first started the stream. Oh wow, we have 14 people. I didn't even realize. I thought we were still at 2. What up, internet? Not the actual Wembu. Look, it's the like button. What? Where? That's actually a valid point. Can I even see the like total anymore? They changed the, like how the stream works. There we go. Oh wow, yeah, we're at 7 likes. Jeez. Thanks, guys. You guys crushed the like goal today. Holy crap. Oops. Here. Let me just move my chat so I can see it. There we go. 8 likes. I only see 7. I'll take that. Oh no, we lost a like. What the heck? No, it's okay. Let's just finish the carpet off here, which I think we might actually have enough on us. It's gonna be real close. Yeah, we should. We should definitely have enough. It's a lot less close than I thought. Gather the key in your fist and let it out to destroy the like button. Yeah, really. Just like spirit bomb that light button. Or like button, sorry. Light button. Alright guys, I think we actually finally finished this. We have all of our glow blocks and we have all of our carpet. Rome wasn't built in a day. It's true, it's very true. Okay, awesome. We have all the carpet laid out. So, let me figure out what to do about this. I mean, that wasn't what I intended, but sure. The good thing, though, is we're already cooking a bunch of dye, so all we need to do now is keep going with all the glass. And so here. Okay. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I found a way. You think I should use polished andesite? Yeah, you said that earlier. I haven't actually decided what I want to do for like the outer border of it. But for now, let's just grab as much glass as we can and bring it with us to the nether. So here, we'll set up a shulker here just to kind of grab it. And we can get some stained glass going. Thankfully, you get way more glass than you do wool from the dye. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's right. Alright, guys, let's grab some Diet Pepsi. I only have a little bit, so... There we go. Breakfast of Champions at 6:40 in the morning. On a Saturday. Clearly the signs of an adult that has their life together. No, actually I got my first paycheck from my job. I'm pretty psyched on that. It's not quite as much as my last job, but because I'm not paying into like a retirement fund right now, I'm like the $50 that I was paying into my retirement fund at my last place. I sort of like get that $50 for the next few months until I'm off probation. So my check was only like $30 less than my old job. It's a small mall. We'd love to see it. Yeah, my new job that I got, it's like kind of weird. Like I was told it was like a drafting position and I needed to know like 3D modeling and stuff. Where am I going? And like I technically do later, but for the time being, they have me using this software that like, it honestly looks like it was made in like Windows 95. And it's very frustrating to use, and the guy training me is like not doing a great job. Clash Royale. I actually thought about trying that game. I re-downloaded Clash of Clans the other day because I used to have like a pretty good base. And because I haven't played it in so long, I'm pretty sure my file is gone. I have to like look into that again. See if I can somehow like recover it. Don't play it. I wouldn't play it for the channel, it would just be for me, but... do you have donations set up? You can do, super chats. which is like kind of the same thing. Like, I don't have like a Patreon or anything. Although I did consider it at one point. How are we doing for this? We're still fine. But, like, I do have super chats that you guys can, like, pay to do that. And I actually did get a YouTube check, finally. Like a week or so ago. So for the past, like, few months now, all the ad revenue from all the streams and super chats and stuff, I finally got it, like, physically got it. So, shout out to you guys for that. Oh, wow, that showed up out of nowhere. Okay. There we go. I'll just put this here for now. Yeah, no, so shout out to you guys for that. That's been great. I actually got it, like, right around the same time I got my first paycheck, so I got it, like, kind of both at once, so that was nice. Nice little boost. I'm hoping to, like, eventually do, like, brand deals or something, but I haven't had anyone, like, reach out to me for that in, like, a really long time. I don't think my channel's, like, justifiably big enough. But these weekend streams have actually been pretty good, so who knows, maybe in the future. There we go. So, let me build this in. Because I didn't even know this was here, to be honest with you. There we go. I am potatoes and ketchup. I leave stream. Don't leave stream. Only 1/3 of chat liked. I don't know, we have 14 views and 7 likes, and it's not even 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm fine with that. Hey, don't get me wrong, I appreciate the support, guys. Like, if you don't want to like, that's fine, but it definitely does help the stream and the channel. Honestly, I think the thing that helps the channel the most is just people in chat. So, like, if you guys want to spam chat, like, just a bunch of random stuff. As long as that its spam filter doesn't get you. I'm honestly just shocked that this many people showed up this early. Especially on a Saturday, but I guess, like, time zones and stuff. Spam's allowed. There is a filter, just careful you don't get accidentally banned by YouTube. There is a filter, but... There we go. It's not just, do whatever you want. Yeah, I have no control over it if YouTube starts banning you for it, so... But the more I get, like, the more, my chat rate goes up, the more YouTube will be like, oh, like, people are chatting in here, must be interesting, and then they'll, like, recommend more people. Yeah, pretty much. So I'm thinking we might actually be able to get the bottom layer done. And, depending on how much longer this takes and how much glass I have, we could actually start the hub build today. Like, actually putting up, like, walls and stuff. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to figure out the Optifine thing. I just haven't really had time to look into it, but... I would definitely love to stream with Optifine if I can. How many layers are there? I think there's 11. But we're kind of already done like half of it there, so. But the good thing with doing this, now that all the carpets are laid down, is that mobs can't spawn on carpet. Why use Optifine? So, Optifine makes the game run a lot smoother, but more importantly, it does the connected textures. So see how there's like a line in between each glass block? When you have connected textures, it just becomes like one solid glass piece, and it looks way better. So, when I get Optifine and I have connected textures, it'll show the effect a lot better. But for some reason, whenever I try to use Optifine on this computer, with OBS, which is the recording software I'm using to stream, it crashes Minecraft like pretty much every time. And I don't know if it's like a memory issue, like I just need more RAM or something, but it doesn't work. Optifine is very old. I mean, I'm very old apparently, so I know there's like paper and other ones, but I'm not familiar with those ones. Sodium will explode in water. I'm sure that's some kind of reference I don't know. Gotcha. Jesus, Trico. Scared the crap out of me. Trico's just like doing backflips in her tank right beside me. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Trico jump scare, pretty much. I'm like sitting here in the dark and all of a sudden I hear like a bunch of leaves rattling beside me and a big whop. She's actually shedding right now. So she's got like a weird hoodie. It's like a skin hoodie. Sweet. We got the bottom layer done. So I'll just crawl my way out of here, hopefully. Part of me wants to use a rocket, but I feel like I'll just slam into the wall on the other side and die. Hoodies reign supreme, yeah, in this weather especially. It has been so cold. Like, winter started and it's only been like -1, -2, like Celsius. Like, not a big deal. Which I guess is like, I don't know, like 27-ish for you Americans. But the past couple days, it's gotten down to like -16 here. Which is not fun. Definitely made getting stuff done and a lot more uncomfortable. It was 8 degrees yesterday when we went to school. Yikes. Oh, 8 degrees Fahrenheit. Gotcha. Yeah, that's pretty cold. Yeah, it definitely has not been fun. Also, shout out to you guys for all the new fan art and, like, you know, bracelets and pins and whatever I've seen in the Discord. That's actually been really cool. I was showing it off to my family, just like, look, I'm famous on YouTube. I'm famous in Japan. Wembu actually did a really cool Christmas art that I almost wanted to make my profile picture, honestly. I don't know. I didn't know how to feel about it at first because, like, I showed my wife and I was like, "Is this good? Is this okay? Like, am I doing okay?" She's like, "I don't know. Like, just." She's like, "If you don't like it, don't be famous on Minecraft." And I was like, "Oh, yeah. I guess that is just a thing that happens once you're like getting well known as people start making fan art and stuff." So it was a little awkward at first because I didn't really know how to react to it. Like, I was like, "It's cool, but I don't know if this is okay." She's like, "Yeah, of course it's okay. Like, that's what people do." She's like, "When I was a kid, I used to do stuff like that." I was like, "Oh, okay. Like, okay, you are here now. Let's Ooh, got him. I wasn't sure how to react to that. Because, like, especially, too, like, when playing Minecraft, like, I'm aware that, like, you know, it is a kid's game, so, like, a lot of people watching me are, like, you know, not adults, but I don't know. It was just weird to, like, see that on the internet, like, seeing my skin or, like, seeing my, like, you know, username, and I was just like, not sure how to react to this, but it must mean the channel's doing good, so... But I've come around to it. It's pretty cool. Showing it off to friends and family. Like, look, I'm famous. 20 people watching? 21 people watching, according to my thing. Yeah, it's weird. They changed the whole, like, heads-up display for streaming. I don't know if I like it or, like it more or like it worse. Do I consent to being a femboy? Oh, I suppose. To be honest, I don't think I've ever met a femboy in real life. Like, I've had actually a lot of, like, lesbian friends, and a few friends who ended up, like, coming out as gay later. But I've never met, like, an actual, like, femboy out in the wild. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just, like, a strictly an internet thing. Like, my wife's sibling is non-binary, and that's kind of like the closest to it, but they're not what I would consider a femboy or anything like that, so I don't know. You know a lot of femboys. Yeah, I guess it's like your generation, I guess. It was less acceptable when I was a kid to be gay. Like, it was accepted, but there was just less people out. And, like, even in high school, like, I was friends with this one guy, and, it was actually kind of sad. Like, he came out as gay, right? And, like, I didn't care. I was just like, okay, whatever. But then what happened is a bunch of people saw us hanging out and thought, like, I was, like, their boyfriend, like, their secret boyfriend or something. And I was like, no, they're just my friend. They're like, oh, but they're gay. I'm like, well, they were my friend before they came out as gay. Why would I change that now? And then their younger brother, he actually, like, threatened me. It was just like, oh, stop hanging out with my brother. I'm like, first of all, you're younger than me, so why would I take your threat seriously? Second of all, I was friends with your brother before they came out. And third, like, what's the big deal? They're like, oh, stop supporting them being gay and whatever. And I'm just like, why? Like, what does this have to do with you in any way, shape, or form? They go, I'm gonna fight you, meet me at the park. And they're like trying to like get me to like meet them at the park down the street from my house so that they could fight me. Keep in mind, I was like a foot taller than this dude and 2 years older than him. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. He's like, oh, you're scared, you're this, you're that. I'm like, I'm not gonna walk to the park so that you and your little friends can all jump me because you feel like you deserve to jump me for some reason. And then, funnily enough, later on, turns out that guy had a medical issue. I believe it was testicular cancer, and it was making his testosterone go crazy. And so that's why he was constantly getting into fights and stuff at school. And he actually had one of his testicles removed, and then like he chilled way out. And then I met him at a party like years later, and I was just like, hey. And he kind of like looked up like, oh crap. And I was like, so do you still want to fight? And he's just like, no man, we're good. And he just like explained what happened, and I was like, oh shit. And then we just like shared a drink, and it was all good. Yeah, I don't know. I had like the weird opposite effect where like my high school girlfriend like kind of screwed me over, and then all of her friends took my side. So all my friends for a while were all female, and so everyone thought I was gay. It was a very strange experience. Like, I don't know why, but it's like if you don't outright tell people, they just assume, I guess. I don't know. I had a weird experience with that. People just couldn't fathom that I could just, like, have female friends or, like, have a friend who happens to be gay without being gay myself. Like, I don't know why, but people just, like, they couldn't, like, process that for some reason. It was really weird. People used to chase you and call you girl kisser. Oh, that's no good. People are just weird sometimes. Yeah. You know, like, everyone's entitled to their opinions and stuff, but, like, you know, an opinion's fine, but it's fine to have one, but, you know, don't go waving it in everyone's face when they're not asking you to. Like, I'm in kind of a weird position because I'm, like, you know, speaking on the internet to, like, the void. But, yeah, it's, I don't know. It's strange. Never quite understood that. Let's see here. I'll do this. If it helps, when I came out as gay, I struggled to make friends. Yeah, like, I don't know. I've never had a problem with the gay community. Like, one of my mom's friends growing up who came over all the time was gay, so, like, I was around gay people, and, like, I have a cousin who's transgender, so, like, they were female and now they're male. So, like, it's always been in my life, and it's just never been a big deal to me. But a lot of people just made it a big deal. And I guess it's just because they weren't, like, exposed to it. I don't know. Why'd you make pressure plates? Because I was just trying to clear my inventory a little. I don't know. It's strange. I never quite, like, understood that. I don't know. I've noticed a lot of it has to do with, like, the current government, right? Like, the American government was so, like, liberal for so long that gay just became more and more accepted, and now we're back to, like, you know, a more conservative government in the US. Like, not that I'm American, I'm Canadian, but, you know, we are, unfortunately, like, side by side and have to deal with each other's politics. But I think that was a lot of it. It's just we had the same sort of administration for so long that everyone just, like, got used to, like, gay, and then now all of a sudden it's a problem again. Let's see here. Yeah, that's fine. My friends used to make jokes like, laugh if you're gay. I hated it. They acted like they supported me, but acted like being gay was bad. Yeah, like, I don't know. like, I had friends, like, this was, like, way back when I was in high school, when, like, emo first became a thing, and, like, scene kids. And, like, a lot of my male friends, apparently, like, this was, like, it was weird. It was, like, over the span of, like, 6 months, but, like, a bunch of my male friends were just, I don't know if they were pretending to be gay, or they were just, like, exploring their options kind of thing. But a lot of my close male friends just, like, started kissing each other, and it was, like, really weird. Because, like, they hadn't come out or, like, mentioned it to anybody. And we were just kind of like, okay, I guess it's just part of the being emo thing. And just kind of ignored it. And then, like, you know, a few months later, they all had girlfriends. And I'm just like, so what, were they just kissing each other to, like, look hot for girls in, like, emo pics or something? Like, I never understood it. I sort of had the problem of, like, I was so oblivious to girls who had a thing for me that they would, like, make moves on me and I just, like, wouldn't get it. And I'd be like, what? Like, looking back on it now, like, I had this one friend who was, like, they'd hang out with me, like, all the time. They were female. And then, like, they kept trying to hint that they liked me, but for some reason my brain just, like, never clued into it. And it wasn't until, like, years later where I was like, oh, that was their way of flirting with me. But, like, I wasn't into them like that, so it just, like, didn't clue in. I kissed my friend just to show I care and stuff because I liked intimacy, but not because I was attracted to them, lol. Yeah, I have a friend who's only a lesbian when they're drunk. They're now married with a child, but you get them drinking and they will absolutely kiss any girl that comes near them. I think they're closeted lesbian, but they don't want to admit it. It comes out, like, they kissed, like at the time, like, this is, like, years and years ago, but they kissed my girlfriend at the time, just, like, made out with them, like, right in front of me, and I was just like, hey. And they're like, oh, sorry, I'm drunk, and I'm just like, are you, though? You've had, like, a beer and a half. If I did move, I would, like, it was attention seeker. Yeah. I don't know, I don't talk to her much anymore, but it was like, she was straight until she had a beer, like she had an excuse, and then all of a sudden she was kissing every girl she could get her hands on, and it's just like, bruh. I just, like, never understood it. I was like, look, man, you do you, but, like, stay away from my girlfriends. Like, I remember we were, like, at my prom. So, for my high school prom, I had recently broken up with my high school girlfriend, and then my mom forced me to take her to prom. Like, oh, she already bought the dress. And I'm like, but we're broken up. And she's like, it doesn't matter, you have to take her. So I took my ex with me. I went to prom, did the whole prom thing, and then there was an after party at the football player's house. And it was, like, basically the main quarterback, their parents just, like, didn't care that, like, a bunch of high school kids were drinking and partying in their house. So we went there, and, like, his dad was passed out on the couch, just, like, drunk. And there was just a big high school party going on, people drinking and smoking, whatever. And I got there with a case of beer. And at that point, I was like, okay, formalities are gone. Like, you're my ex. I'm still mad at you. Like, you know, I brought you to prom because my mom forced me to, kind of thing. And I started, like, just chugging beers. And then I turn around, and my ex-girlfriend and that friend were just making out in the corner. We'd been there for, like, maybe 5 minutes. And I was just like, you're not drunk. Like, it was so bizarre. I was just like, whatever, dude. And I just kind of, like, walked away, and I think my ex was, like, trying to make me jealous or something, and I was just like, dude, I don't care. I just got, like, super wasted in, like, 20 minutes and just kind of, like, walked away. Left my ex there, and she was just like, but, and I was like, no, like, I'm still mad at you. Like, you still freaking cheated on me. Like, she thought this was, like, her, like, big forgiveness, and I was like, no. I was like, the only reason you're here is because I was forced to take you. Oh, jeez. Actually, you can buy glass from librarians, can't you? Here. You don't sell glass. Is there another librarian somewhere up here? Probably. No, apparently. Weird. I definitely know someone who's pansexual. Like they've been out as pan for a very long time. Here, my keyboard is just not working well today. Yeah, it was just weird because, like, I was friends with her boyfriend, too. And I just, like, looked over at him because he was at that party, and I was just like, and he just kind of shrugged, and I'm like, whatever, dude. Ooh, you have Infinity now, and Sharpness 4. This is a good villager. Yeah, I don't know. I never understood the whole pansexual thing. There's like pansexual and demisexual and all that stuff, and it's just, you know, there's just too many phrases for stuff. Like, as long as you're not hurting anybody, I don't really care, but I think it's just trying to give yourself, like, a very specific title to, like, make yourself feel special kind of thing. I don't know. Like, I considered myself demisexual at one point, and then I, like, kind of, like, sat back and was just like, is this a thing? Like, am I just, like, making this up? I don't know. Like, I don't want to sound like the old guy, but, like, back in my day, there was, like, straight, gay, and then, like, trans, gay, and straight, and that was, like, about it. You know, there's just so many names for so many different things, and, like, I don't know. It seems like a lot. Like, you know, if you're happy and you're not hurting other people, just, like, cool, but I feel like a lot of it is just, I want to feel special, so I'm going to give myself this, like, weird title so I can explain to people and feel unique. And, like, a lot of people don't like the reality that, you know, not everybody is unique. You know, not everybody is special, and not everybody is, you know, a special little snowflake. That's just life. But I feel like the media and Disney and stuff has just kind of forced everyone to think otherwise. I know it's a pretty brutal way to say it, but I don't know. I feel like I've had a very weird perspective on life, and that's kind of the conclusion it's drawn for me. Like, that's like even with the last stream where I was talking about, like, oh, I took an autism test, and I did this and I did that. Like, I don't know. It was less to, like, give myself a title and, like, be able to explain to people, but more so just to, like, oh, okay, like, how do I cope with this? How do I fix this? How do I, you know what I mean? I wasn't doing it so I could be, like, shout to the void, like, I'm autistic, love me for being autistic. Like, it's, I don't know. I feel like everyone is valid unless it's one of those weird ones like dream sexual or the random flags for unnecessary stuff, like an entire LGBT flag for cats. Yeah, I know. Like, I know autism's real. Like, I know all that stuff is real, but I'm saying, like, for me to, like, just go online and, like, take an online test just for me to be like, yeah, I have this. Like, you know, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a professional. Like, self-diagnosing is something that I try hard not to do, but I'm very guilty of, you know? Like, if you're diagnosed with it by a doctor, then yeah, like, of course, like, you have it and you have, you know, whatever, but That's not what makes you special. Like, what makes you special is, like, you know, the things you do and the time you spend with people, and you know what I mean? Like, what makes you special is you, not the titles you are given or give yourself. I think is kind of what I'm getting at. Again, not trying to get canceled or anything, but I don't think it's cool to, like, make that your whole personality, right? Like, if I meet you, it's like, okay, like, describe yourself in 3 sentences. And it's like, yeah, you can describe, like, yeah, I have autism, I have this stuff. But that's not what makes you, like, special or, like, important. You know, what makes you special is, like, oh, you helped that person the other day, or you complimented those people even though you didn't want to, or, you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, like, for me, like, I went to therapy for a little while, and the therapist basically said, like, yeah, like, they basically diagnosed me with CPTSD, and I have OCD tendencies, but don't actually have OCD. Like, I do a lot of things that people with OCD do, but I don't have enough to be diagnosed with OCD, if that makes sense. But that's not, like, my diagnosis, that's, like, the therapist's diagnosis. So, like, that I'm comfortable with being like, yeah, okay, like, a medical professional, you know, determined this based on, you know, several months worth of data. I didn't just, like, take an online test and go, yep, I have this, it's my whole personality. Like, you know? CPTSD, oh my god, boy, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I just had a very strange upbringing, and, you know, sometimes it comes out in ways I don't want it to. I hope you get better. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, you don't really ever get better from that. You just kind of learn better coping strategies and, you know, face it head on and do your best to, you know, when the problems arise, you just kind of, like, do what you can to manage it, I guess. But, like, it is part of you. I think a lot of it is just, like, you have to accept your good and your bad, you know? Like, therapy isn't going to cure whatever or make it go away, but it is going to teach you how to have, like, better coping strategies and, like, minimize the impact of it. But, like, it's a part of you. Like, it's your past. Like, you can't just, like, make your past disappear. I mean, I guess if you have, like, head trauma or something and you, like, forget it, but, like, that's, like, a whole different thing. But you know what I mean? Like, it's more about accepting your past and accepting the bad things that happened and learning how to move on from it than trying to cure it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have had a lot of traumatic things happen to them growing up, right? Like, everyone's got their own story. No, I wasn't abused. I'll make that very clear. Nobody abused me growing up. But, you know, I was put into situations I didn't want to be. I saw things that I didn't want to see, and, you know, was forced to deal with as a kid that, you know, really shouldn't have, and, you know, stuff happens. You know, I know people that have definitely had it a lot worse, including, like, family members, so I was definitely shielded from a lot of it. But, you know, I've had instances and events happen to me that haven't happened to the average person. And, you know, as much as you think like, oh, I'm fine, that doesn't affect me on my day to day, like it sort of does. But all you can do is just, you know, talk to people about it and be supported by your family and friends. And, you know, if you need to talk to a therapist or whatever, go do that and just be responsible about it and kind of go from there. I've got the live in Discord, so this is overlapping. Others having it worse doesn't mean you aren't validated. No, that's true. Like 100%. That was something I actually kind of struggled with growing up, just because like there are people in my family that have had it worse than me. And so I was always like, oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Like, you know, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as this. But, you know, if you keep doing that over and over and over again, eventually you kind of overflow. So you just got to be aware of it. That's all. You know, I feel like everybody's got their story and everybody's got their, you know, sad backstory and, you know, their superhero story, if you will. But just how you react to it, right? You can either let it control your life or you can, you know, go get therapy, talk to friends, like, you know, figure out healthy coping mechanisms instead of unhealthy coping mechanisms. Like, there's lots you can do, right? And like it's a journey, right? Like you're not gonna get it right the first time. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna, you know, backtrack, but you just gotta remember that, you know, life moves on and you just gotta stick with it, that's all. Like it definitely sucks when you're having nightmares and you can't sleep for like a week and a half, but you know, what can you do? Just, you know, go have a nap, talk to your loved ones about it, like just get it off your chest, don't just internalize it. You know, talk to your boy Jeeves here. He's a really good listener. You should see this guy in action. You know, you can start a YouTube channel and rant to a bunch of random people on the internet. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like everybody's got their set of mental health things and, you know, a lot of it's a spectrum. So like, you know, whether you think you're on it or not, like, you know, a spectrum includes everybody. Even if you're at the lower end of it, you're still on it. Here, I need more fuel. I'm actually going to go grab some of the spruce from the shore. Take down some of these bad boys. Time is it? 7:21. How long have we been streaming? Hour and 20 minutes. We got 30 people. That's actually really good. So, shout out to you guys for sticking around and hearing me rant about mental health for a bit. I don't know if it's interesting to you at all, but, you know. CPTSD is also very often confused with autism because they have similar symptoms, so that might be the case. Yeah, very true. Sorry if I'm intrigued. No, you're good. I wouldn't be talking about it on the internet if I wasn't uncomfortable with it. And like, I don't know, sometimes good comes from talking about it, right? Like, just as an example, I won't like use names or anything, but I had a friend in college who had a bit of a drug problem. they were actually addicted to cough medicine. So like I'd go to their dorm room and there'd be like bottles of cough medicine just like lying on the floor of their dorm. And I remember I went out and like partied with them one night. And, you know, him and a bunch of his friends, they started doing their thing. And, you know, they asked if I wanted to. And I said no, because, like, that's just part of my past. I don't do that. Not that I used to do that. And, like, that's why I don't do it. It's because I've seen what it does. And I was just like, yeah, no, not for me. Sorry. And he was kind of like, really? Like, you sure? Like, it's fun. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's not something I do. And they're like, oh, okay. And then later on in the night, he was having a bad time. And, you know, I think he just did too much of whatever it was he did. And I was sober at that point, so I took him home, you know, got him on the bus and took him home. And he kind of like went like, I don't understand like why you didn't do it. It was so fun. And I'm like, well, because it's not fun. And it kind of like went into like a bit of my past and like what happened to me. And he kind of like stopped for a second. He's like, wait, like really? Like you went through all that? And I was like, yeah, man. And he's just like kind of sat there for a minute and he's just like, I've been doing this to like hide from my problems and like deal with my past, and then I hear about you and what you've had to deal with, and it's way worse than what I had to deal with, and now I feel like an idiot for doing this. And he actually got like sober after that. So it kind of brought some good out of it. He ended up going to rehab. His parents paid for it, and now he actually works for the court system. He's actually doing quite well for himself. So, you know, took a negative thing and turned it into a positive thing, that's all. That conversation that night and just staying up with him, making sure he was okay, and him genuinely seeing that like I was a friend who like cared about his well-being, that was kind of his big turning point. Yeah, no, he's doing very well now. He went from like, you know, being addicted to cough medicine to now like working in the court system. So, and it all happened after that night. I don't want to take like responsibility for it and say like, oh yeah, I did that, because like he did the work, but you know what I mean? It's all it takes is just someone to listen and talk and just be like, hey man, like, you know, you're my friend. I don't like that you do this. I wish that you did not do this. This is why. And yeah, he listened. So. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. My inventory is messed up. I really need to take some time and just like sort my inventory here. It's getting so bad. There we go. Yeah. Slabs will work a lot better than bamboo, so hopefully this will last a lot longer. Jeez, Trico's light is freaking out again. I'm starting to think that someone upstairs from me, like I live in an apartment building, and I think what's happening is someone is like waking up at a certain time and then they like use a hair dryer or something and it's like messing with my electricity. I don't know, I've noticed it a few times now, but like I'll be sitting here and all of a sudden Trico's light will just start like flickering weird. There we go. How we doing for glass here? Not bad, not bad. Alright, let's go finish up that one layer we were working on. Unfortunately, I might actually have to go grab more sand. Which, like, I guess I can go do. You're gonna make breakfast for your mom? Awesome. Make breakfast for me. Jeez. What have I missed? There we go. Yeah, we're slowly getting there. This is layer 2, I think. So... Can't tell if it's snowing outside right now. It looks like it might have snowed last night. God, the mall today is going to be insane. It's like my whole plan for today is just shop and get all the Christmas shopping done, but it is going to be a zoo today if I go to the mall. The plan, I think, is to go to HomeSense, Walmart, and our local mall. And thankfully they're all close by, but it's going to be a thing. I actually am making my mom a gift this year, or rather, like, my wife and I are. I don't want to say the gift in case my mom is in the chat, because that would be kind of weird, but she is technically subscribed to me. So, I'm not going to risk that in the event that, for whatever reason, she's watching, but, yeah, I don't know. It's a good gift. It's not here yet, which is kind of making me a little nervous, but... hopefully it'll get here soon. We ordered it early enough, so... it's not something that's being delivered, it's something that's being made. That's being made locally, so we're just kind of waiting for the notification, like, hey, go pick it up. And there we go. This seems to be the fastest way to do it. I was going to TNT all this originally, but I figure if we're just, you know, putting in glass anyways, we might as well just do this. There we go. I didn't realize this earlier, but now that you've been talking about your soda addiction, I'm pretty sure my entire family is addicted to sparkling water. Nobody in my house will drink water. I mean, as far as addictions go, it's probably the best one you could have. I actually drank a bunch of sparkling and, like, soda water to try and quit drinking pop. But it's just not the same. I think part of what it is, too, is, like, I wasn't allowed to have pop very often as a kid for, you know, obvious reasons. It's bad for you. So, when I was allowed to have it, I would just have, like, a bunch of it. And then when I started working in high school... my job, they wouldn't let us have free water, but they would let us have unlimited pop. And I would just, like, inhale pop while I was at work. And by the end of the night, I'd have, like, you know, 12 cups of Diet Coke going. Which is very much not good. Maybe try flavored water. I've tried everything, man. I've tried soda water, I've tried flavored water, I've tried, like right now I'm doing, I have, like, flavored soda water, and then I mix in, like, a splash of lemonade with it to try and give it a bit more flavor, but it's still, like, way less sugar than normal pop. I actually only drink Diet Pop because I was drinking so much of it, but Diet Pop is carcinogenic, which means it causes cancer, so obviously that's not good either. So, I've been trying to look for an alternative or a way to stop, but I need something to, like, replace it in my life. Or I'm just gonna, like, keep doing it, sort of thing. Get that, serotonin in my body. Okay. It's looking like we'll definitely get a few more stacks of glass out of this, but I think we need to go grab more. Because we're not going to have enough room. Or enough glass, sorry, to finish the build. So let's head to the desert now. It's actually kind of funny. I got so used to doing the 3-hour streams that, you know, it didn't feel like it was very long. But now I'm sitting here and it's only been an hour and a half. And I'm like, oh man. My plan is to try and stream for longer than 3 hours today, but we'll see. That is the tentative plan. The good news is we get to use the new ice highway, which is way faster than walking all the way there. Hello? Oh. Hello? Are you like Chiron the ferryman? Like, what the heck? Just like stole my boat. Get out of the way, sir. Thank you. It's just because there aren't as many people? Yeah. I don't know, we got 32 people here. It's actually, like, pretty good. Nyum. And we're here. Here, let me back out of that for a sec. There we go. Nyum. Desert time, let's go. Okay. Unfortunately, it's nighttime and raining, but in the desert it doesn't rain, so that should be fine. I would like it to be daytime, though, so I'm gonna go try and find a bed. Honestly, I should just bring the bed back with me to the shore. You probably have a bed in here. This is my bed now. Yoo! Okay. So here, we'll bring this over here where it's hopefully safe. There we go. And let me just kind of organize this a little. Here. Take one of those. I won't take two. I'm not going to use two, but I just need to clear up my inventory a little bit. Toss all that in. That's fine, I guess. Okay. Let's get some sand. Hopefully not fall into a sand trap in the process. Yeah, we'll get some sand. And then we'll head back and we'll cook this up. And hopefully we can finish all the glass layers today. I don't know if we actually will, but We're definitely getting close. Like, we're on layer 3. You know, I'm not worried about the sea pickles. I think we have enough bone meal and sea pickles to finish that off, but I made cake yesterday for my entire family, and I was literally the only one who ate it. Aw. I've actually never made a cake before. You know, I've made cookies lots of times, and I make brownies pretty regularly. You know, I'm a big purveyor of really good brownies, if you get my drift. But I've never made a cake before. I feel like cake is like a lot more difficult. We also made meringue cookies a little while back, so I know how to make those now. But it's a pain in the butt to like make meringue, so that'll be a sometimes thing. Let's see here. Get some of this. I don't know, baking is just like easier chemistry. I feel like that's why I never baked growing up, because like I had like chemistry classes and would be doing experiments, and then like someone was like, hey, like let's bake something, and I'd be like, what? No, I'm not doing that. And then when I tried it, I was like, oh, it's just like way easier chemistry. Gotcha. And I get to eat something at the end of it? Heck yeah. I've been trying this new thing where, Stein, I'll be back in a little bit. I gotta go to the store to get eggs. Alright. Yeah, I've been trying new lunch foods lately. I don't know, I always, like, growing up, especially in high school, but, like, even, like, into adulthood, I've always brought, like, a salami sandwich for lunch. That was just kind of, like, my go-to. Then get, like, salami or ham or roast beef or something, but usually salami. And then, I don't know, recently I was just like, yeah, like, add some whimsy to your day. Have, like, a different lunch every day. You know, it's something that you can do that's, like, small. That's, you know, kind of low effort, but, you know, bring some excitement and joy to your life. And I was like, yeah, why not? Just so I've just been getting, like, you know, you can get those, like, microwavable, like, TV dinners and lunches and stuff. I've just been, like, trying different flavors of those for my lunches at work. And I found some new flavors. A lot of Indian dishes, actually. You know, just a lot of spices and flavors and stuff, so definitely going to be grabbing more of those this week. I don't know what flavors I want to try this week. It's just doing something small to add some joy to your life, you know? It's just the little things, little low effort things can make a huge difference sometimes. So I tried like this butter chicken, which like I've had butter chicken before. Hey, Danik Craft. Yeah, I think it was like a chicken, it wasn't shawarma, it was like chicken karma or something like that. I can't remember what it was called, but it was actually pretty good. It was some Indian dish, but I'm definitely getting that one again. I don't know, I've been on like a big like trying new food kick. There we go. So glad we didn't kill that camel. I was like so bummed about that when that happened. I was like, oh man, like we dropped a camel in the nether from like high up, and the lead broke, and I thought the camel died, and then turns out it survived the fall. So I was able to like rescue it and bring it back, but I was so bummed when that happened because it was like stuck in this like trench over here for like 100 days. Or well, over that, like 300 days. Then we finally rescued it and then it just died. And then turns out it didn't die and I was like, oh. Also, thanks for the 7 likes, guys. I appreciate that. I would love it if we could get to 10 today. 20 would be even insane, but... I don't know if we can get to 20. I think it's a tall order, I think. Okay. And I don't know how much sand we're going to need, but it's definitely a lot. I think once we're done with the nether hub, we're going to cool it with the big builds for a bit and do some exploring. I feel like the last few streams have been nothing but like building the prismarine farm and then building this, and need a little bit more adventure. There we go. Wow, we're up to 34 people. Jesus. Not even 2 hours in. That's like actually pretty good. Shout out to you guys. You guys are the real MVPs. I just wish my throat wasn't so dry. I ran out of Diet Pepsi. I'm so thirsty. Oh my god. There we go. There. Here, I'm going to try and fill up one more shulker. I wasn't planning on staying that long, but I figure since we're already here, it saves us a trip. So the more I grab, the better. Because, like, regardless, we're going to need it. What I want to do is, well, what I should do is, I should set up an ender pearl stasis chamber where the super smelter is, so that way it always stays loaded. Because if I can load that chunk, even when I'm like way over here, it'll still be producing glass and green dye. Instead of having to like actually sit in the house and wait for it. And thankfully, when you make an ender pearl stasis chamber now, that keeps chunks loaded. So that was a huge update that Minecraft added not that long ago. And it kind of flew under a lot of people's radars, but being able to keep chunks loaded while you're far away is a very useful like farming tool. There we go. Hopefully be able to fill up before too many mobs show up. Day we on 410. I'm also hoping the new Minecraft update comes out this week. I don't know if it will, but I noticed it's on release candidate 2. And I think it was on release candidate 3 and they rolled it back, but I could just be misremembering that. But regardless, it typically means that the full version is about to drop. So we'll have the new zombie horses. Well, not new zombie horses, but zombie horses will officially be in the game. We'll also have the zombie camels with the 2 riders on it, which is going to be insane. So, we'll see. Dan it, Craft. Don't know what you said. Hope it's not offensive. Okay. Yeah, here. Let's head back this way. Hopefully there's no creepers. I didn't actually check. Yeah, we're good. Can you not? Okay. And all these dudes all have hats on or their husks so they won't burn in the sun. Thanks for the potato, my friend. Okay. Do this. There we go. I mean, that's your prerogative, my friend. Well, I love Canada, so there. Let's finish up here. I don't think we need to do any more. We're definitely going to need more glass, but it's going to take forever to cook all this stuff up anyways, so... Oh, we're one stack short. Okay, here. Might as well fill the shulker up. There we go. Few extra ones for the road. Alright, let's head back to the house, and we'll toss all this in. There we go. You stay right over there, sir. Okay. Have a quick snack for the in-flight service. And we'll head back home, we'll toss this in the smelter, and then we need to probably make a bit more dye. And then, once all that cooks, then we can head back to the nether and fill in the rest of the glass. That being said, where is my staircase? There we go. Hey, love you. Okay. Here, let me... Oops. Not what I intended, but fine, I guess. Let me just make sure that doesn't accidentally kill me if I end up down here. There. Onward to victory. Get out of here. Yeah, I gotta put the buttons in. That's bad. That's really annoying. Nyum. Feels like it's going like way faster on the way back. And I see the end. It's here. Ow. Sure. I love how slamming into the wall does no damage, but then the minute I get out of the boat, I take damage. Minecraft logic. Alright. Let's throw this in the super smelter. And I'm hoping there's just a bunch of dye sitting in there, but I know we have some on us, but it'd be nice to have a bit more. And we can go from there. So here, we'll toss this in. And here, we'll just put these here for now, I guess. Here, which one has all my other stuff in it? Empty this one first. There we go. Alright, guys. We are cooking. That was actually a lot more glass than I thought. Which I don't know why I didn't think that, because, like, it's pretty obvious now that I'm looking at it. But, there we go. Grab all this. Get our lime glass. There we go. And so that's filled up. How are we doing for this? That's pretty good still, actually. Slabs are, like, pretty good for fuel. It's better than using, like, planks or logs. So, like, if you have a bunch of those from, like, a tree farm or whatever, definitely consider doing that. Yes, we have a shulker and a bit left. Unfortunately, my super smelter isn't super duper enough. I wish it was a little bit faster, but what can we do? Okay. Okay, I just lost all my likes. Not sure what that's about, but sure. I find it funny how I went from 7 likes to 3, but now I have more viewers. Figure that one out. Let me... So the thing is when I go back to the nether, it stops the production of glass, so I kind of need to, like, stay here for a bit. But... can buy some glass from this guy. Oh, he's fully leveled up now. Let's see what he's got. Infinity, a clock, and a name tag. Alright. Not what my first choice would have been, but... totally okay. Here, let's turn some of this into emerald blocks. Put it back in my wallet here. And we'll fill this back out. And let's head to the nether. We can keep throwing down some blocks. Keep the train going. No, it's fine. Like, I feel bad for wanting to make librarians solely for buying glass, but... like, there's really no need for it. But it would definitely make things go a little bit smoother. And yeet. Okay. Let's go with layer 3. Yeah, it's fine. Hopefully this will speed up. Like, we actually accomplished quite a bit today. More than I was expecting to, anyways. And we're not even... Well, I guess we're just about at the 2-hour mark, but still. Yeah, whatever. Casualty of war. There. It's nice to put the little, like, surrounding barrier up just so I don't fall off all the edges while I'm filling this in. There we go. Yeah, I'm glad I started a little bit earlier than last week. Like, last week I started at 7. Right now it's 8. And, right at the 3-hour mark is when I stopped streaming. I got a notification from Dream. Weird. But yeah, I started a little bit earlier so I could get a bit more stream time, because last week when I stopped, it was like right at the 3-hour mark, and that's like kind of when the algorithm like figures out what to do with your stream and starts suggesting it to way more people. So it felt kind of dumb to end it, but at the same time too, I wanted to see my wife, so, you know, what can you do? But since I'm streaming a bit earlier today, we can definitely make it a little bit longer. And hopefully the YouTube gods will like that. Here, let's store a bunch of this. Like, I'm almost wondering if I just, like, make a bunch of furnaces in the nether. Just so I can, like, keep it going, but I don't know if that's exactly, like, faster or anything. Onward, ho! It's actually kind of chilly in here. Like in real life, anyways. I don't even know what the temperature is. My computer's saying it's -4, but I think it's colder than that. I don't know what the weather is like where you guys are from, but it is Canadian winter here. And the winter is booming. Hoping that this is starting to collect again. Yeah, a little bit. Burned through all my bamboo. Jeeves is over here breaking it down. Yeah, honestly, I kind of just want to, like, make a bunch of furnaces. I feel like that's, like, the only way to make this go faster. I can do them in the nether, or I can do them here, but regardless of where I do them, I just need it to go faster. This is something I usually do in, like, single-player files when I get frustrated with the amount of glass production. I'm just like, screw it, just... whatever, screw the super smelter, just do this. So... I feel like we've reached the point of insanity where it's like, yeah, okay, we're doing this. There we go. Now my only thing is I don't have a lot of fuel. So can I make for fuel here? Might have to run to the shore and take down another tree. Here. Do I have spruce saplings? Oh yeah, I got tons. There we go. I also really need to make the nether wart farm too. I just don't know where to put it. It's been like kind of on my list for a while now. I haven't found a good spot where I want to put it. Okay, don't fall into a hole. Here, we'll do one there. Maybe one here. I don't even think it'll grow. Get out of here. Here. One here. Put one here. And here. And here. We'll just make a big ol' artificial forest. Why not? And then, like a real forest, it'll experience deforestation. I don't know why I laughed at that. It's like actually awful. Two, three, four. Oh, can't touch this. Can't touch this. Got him. Okay. Maybe. Nope. I tried. Okay. Are any of these trees fully grown? I guess these ones are. They're just not the greatest. That's fine. Ow. Mining away. Take down some trees. Ow. Stop. I was just minding my own business, and this guy just had to come over here. There we go. And how much did that give me? Over a stack. It's probably enough for now. What up, Gilfor? He's just hanging out in the distance, like, bruh. Where you been, man? Here. Toss some of this stuff out. There. Nom 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 nom. And this is already out of fuel. Great. And by great, I mean not great. Wow, that didn't go nearly as far as I wanted it to. Oh well. And yeah, this is still full of sand, isn't it? That's okay. Make some lime glass, and we actually have quite a bit, so let's head back to the nether. And we'll throw this down. I don't know if this will be enough for a full layer, but it could be. At least I hope so. Jeez. Where are we at? 2 hours and 8 minutes into the stream and 34 people watching. That's awesome. We're up to 37 for a second there, but hope you guys are enjoying. Hope you have some fun weekend plans, or yeah, I guess it'd probably be Saturday or Sunday for either of you, so I guess it's still the weekend regardless. It's gonna be interesting going shopping today, that's for sure. I gotta buy gifts for all my nibblings, I gotta buy a Secret Santa gift, and try and get as many gifts out of the way as I possibly can. Running Bear, any tips for me? Yeah, don't Christmas shop at the last second. No, Minecraft tips? Or what are we talking here? I can't play Minecraft without temptation to cheat. Well, I don't know. I'm under the theory that some games are more fun when you cheat. For example, Grand Theft Auto, way more fun with cheats. But for Minecraft, you just have to set some like self-imposed rules, right? Like, for example, like I have no problem using TNT bombers. I feel like that's just a mechanic of the game at this point, even though it's like technically a glitch. But, I don't know, just give yourself smaller, more manageable goals. Like, I always run into the problem, as you can see right now, where I make a build that's like way too big, and then it takes way too long to finish, and I just get bored halfway through it, and then I want to cheat or do whatever to like make it better or get it done faster. And I think it's better to just like have smaller, more manageable goals so that doesn't happen. I feel weird giving advice for that because, like, you know, I don't follow it myself, but that would be the proper way to do things, I think. And any world I would spend ages on, I just get challenged and then I just give myself something or something like that. Yeah. I mean, at that point, you're not even really playing the game anymore, right? So, I don't know, switch it up, do something new. You could try what I've done. I did Minecraft, but you're not allowed to craft anything. So you have to like find all your gear or buy it from villagers or, you know, any food. Like you're allowed to cook food, but that's about it. Yeah, I don't know. Just give yourself some like self-imposed challenges to make it more interesting so that you won't cheat because you don't want to ruin the challenge. That's kind of a good advice, I think, right? You know, you could do like Minecraft, but no melee weapons, so you have to use a bow for everything. I've done that before. Yeah, I would just say like give yourself like actual challenges so that you just, in the sake of completing the challenge, you don't cheat, right? I can't afford normal Minecraft either, so I have to play the Education Edition. I've actually never played the Education Edition. I've seen it, like I've seen like video of it, but I've never actually played it myself. It's definitely interesting. I don't know if it's something I would ever like fully commit to doing like a playthrough of, but it's definitely a different way to play the game. I actually saw a video a couple nights ago, someone beating Minecraft in peaceful mode. Which, if you guys don't know, peaceful mode gets rid of all the hostile mobs, which includes blazes, which you need to beat the game. But it turns out in the very first version of Minecraft, blazes will actually spawn in for about like a second before they despawn, just because of a bug in the game's code. So if you roll your version back to the first version, you can actually kill a blaze before it has a chance to get despawned by the game. And you can actually get blaze rods in peaceful, and then you can up your version back to the current version, so you have blaze rods. And then you can buy pearls from villagers and like go about it that way. And which technically doesn't count as cheating. You're just reverting it back to a previous version of the game. Right? So, but again, it all comes down to like what your definition of cheating is. Like I won't use like string dupers or anything like that. Or like fuel, because like I could have used like carpet dupers instead of like just like making a bamboo farm. But I feel like part of the enjoyment of playing Minecraft is figuring out solutions to complex problems using the mechanics of the game. And so adding like, you know, adding mods or things that make the game easier. Like at that point, are you even really playing the game anymore? If that makes sense. Really, I'm out of fuel there. Okay. I guess we're heading back to the shore to grab some more wood. Thanks for the motivation. Gotta go for me. It's 12 a.m. Oh, yeah. See ya. I don't blame you. Wow, all those trees grew really fast. These are all the ones I just planted. That's like super lucky. Okay. Hoping I can get a few more of the furnaces going. And then that'll increase our production a little bit of glass. And then we can rule the world. And by rule the world, I mean make another hub. Okay. These guys are like so confused. They're like, why is this here? Who put it here? Why does this dude have us trapped underwater? Alright, let's get some slabs going. Yeah, here. Let's fill these up first. There we go. And then let's put some fuel in the super smelter because it looks like it needs it. Especially you. There we go. And how are we doing here? Getting a little bit low on fuel. But thankfully we have all those new trees. And then we can grab some of our sand for the end here. This will hopefully increase production by about a third. There we go. And then we can fill these guys back up. There. That's pretty good. Still have lots of sand, so. Not a lot of green dye, though. There. Let's head back to the Nether and keep going. Killing the game. I guess I can be a little bit louder now my wife's awake, so. We are ready to go. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, we're getting there. Definitely starting to get the bit of the glowy effect down here, so that's good. Let's keep going. Ah. What are you doing, Ollie? We have a bunch of new cardboard boxes kicking around because we ordered a bunch of stuff off Amazon for Christmas and whatnot. And my cat is all over it. He is obsessed with his boxes. My wife got a new desktop recently, and so the box is like kind of narrow. So when we put it on its side, it's like kind of like a little den for him. We actually had to take him to the vet the other day. My wife ended up taking him because he was due for his rabies shot. And this cat does not like going in the cat carrier as much as he loves crawling underneath the bed and like jamming himself into like boxes and stuff. Getting him in the cat carrier is like near impossible unless you trick him. But he was good. He went in the first try and, you know, they had no problems with him at the vet. He was very polite and scared. He kind of freezes up when we go to the vet. He doesn't know what to do, so he just like goes stiff. So he's the perfect little patient for the vet techs. He's a very sweet cat, but he's very, very vocal when he's unhappy. Or at 4:30 in the morning when we're trying to sleep. He hasn't quite figured out daylight savings time yet, so even though we moved all the clocks back, he still thinks we wake up at 5:30, which is now 4:30. So every day at around 4:30, he's just like, wake up, wake up, wake up, why aren't you guys awake yet? And we're just like, dude. Even though daylight savings has been like a month now, and he just still hasn't figured out that like we're not awake yet. Eventually he'll grow a third brain cell and figure it out, but for now. Yeah, we're getting there. It's starting to fill in. It's going a lot faster than I thought it would. But I love this little cat, but he drives me nuts sometimes. Hey buddy, talking about you. Just staring at me. Okay. Hopefully by the time I get back over here. Well, here. Let's go get some more fuel while that cooks, and then by the time I get back, we'll have enough to hopefully have some decent amount of glass, and then I can get some sea pickles and kind of toss that into the mix, because unfortunately we need to put our sea pickles in the furnace to get the dye. It's one of the most annoying dyes to get, just like green, because you have to use cactus. But we're slowly getting there. I'd say we're definitely past the halfway mark for the glass floor in the nether, so... And then it's a matter of enclosing it all. And I haven't decided what to do with the walls yet. I don't know if I actually do need to do anything, but I do kind of like the void floor look we got going on. Yeah. So hopefully we haven't burned through everything yet. Pun kind of intended. Yeah, so for anyone who is a regular to the stream, I don't know if I'll be streaming next weekend because we have the burial service for my grandmother. So unfortunately I need to go to that on Friday, and then I'm staying the weekend. So, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream next weekend. Probably not. But I will let you guys know via community posts or the Discord if you guys want to join that. The link is in the description. I actually usually post it in the chat, and I completely forgot today, so that's on me. So, my bad. But losing my streaming chops. Usually all over that. I put the notification out for everyone to come to the stream and then forgot to post the Discord notification. Or not notification, Discord link. But it is technically in my description, so if you guys want to check out the Discord, you're more than welcome to. Pretty chill vibe over there. Look at that, we got lots of glass. Okay. So here, let me toss this in here. And we're good for sand right now, I think. Here. Let's go grab some sea pickles. Because we definitely need more of those. Do. Let's see how many times I'm going to break the coral today. I don't know, I was so good about it before, and then now it seems like every time I go to harvest this, I break one of the coral pieces, and I'm like, no, that's hard to get, stop. Here we go. Kind of populate these as much as I can before I start harvesting them. It's great that you get 4 per block. Yeah, I know I'm drowning. There we go. Yeah. Who needs air? Couldn't be me. I don't know if fortune actually does anything for this. See, yep, there it is. There. Yeah, unfortunately, this is the only way we can get lime green dye. There's no real faster way. I'm just shocked you can't combine, like, green dye and, like, yellow dye or something to make it lime green. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm not a color expert. I'm actually colorblind, but I feel like you should be able to combine other dyes to make lime green dye. There should be, like, a way easier way to do it. Here, let's get some of these in here. Guess who's back? Back again. Luna's back. Hello, friend. I actually stole that from my wife. Here we go. Is this actually, like, full? Yeah, it is. There's our dye. There we go. That took so much longer than I thought. LOL. Yeah, it's sort of what I'm afraid of for going to the store later today. I have a feeling the mall is going to be a zoo. No chilling today. I'm hoping I can come home later and play Potion Craft with my wife. We've got a pretty good file going right now. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. It's like a game where you're like an alchemist and you make little potions for people. You run a little like potion shop. My wife and I have been playing it together. It's a fun little like feel-good game. Is she awake? I believe she is, just kind of laying in bed, probably memeing. Oh. I think she just threw a cat toy, so maybe she's out of bed. But, yeah, she's around. She might be watching the stream, honestly. I'm not sure. But, could be. Alrighty then. I haven't seen the Ace Ventura movies in like years. I feel like a lot of them are not politically correct anymore. Oh wow, that's actually a lot. Let's head back to the Nether. This should be enough to finish up the layer that we're on. And then that puts us on layer 5 now, I think, of 11. Something like that. Keep in mind, we're doing like the entire floor though, so... Let's see here. I gotta repair my boots, too. My wee little booties. At least we're starting to see a bit of the void floor. Like, you can still sort of see the carpet if you look hard enough. But I'm hoping once we do the layer after this one, it'll be thick enough that you can't see the outline of the carpet anymore. And then it's just a matter of getting all the way up to where the portal is, which is getting closer and closer by the second. And then we just need to round it off. And then we'll have our sick void floor. I just don't know if I want to outline it in something black, like black concrete or something. Or if I want to get like some kind of lime green block. I haven't quite decided how I want to do it yet. I don't know what people typically do. I might do some research to see different effects and see which one I like better. But it's starting to look pretty good. Ollie, you're going crazy. He woke us up to the song of his people this morning, so... He's been raring to go since 4:30. He's probably like, why is no one throwing my straws for me? They're awake now. They should be playing with me. They're not at work. Oh, jeez. Actually, that's a valid point. I'm gonna end up trapping myself in here. Maybe I won't have enough glass to finish this layer. I thought I would. How much do I have? Maybe. It's gonna be very close, but I think I'm not gonna have enough. My friend named her cat Nosferatu. Nosferatu. Some kind of vampire cat. There we go. And now we're up to this layer, which is great because that means we're going to start filling in more of this as well. Let me get in here. But we're unfortunately going to need more glass to finish this corner off now, but we were able to finish that layer. So yeah, we just have all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers left. And the void floor is done, but you can kind of see the effect already. It's pretty sick. Here, let me get the resource pack out so we can see it. Borderless glass. Let's try that. See if it looks good. Yeah, it's alright. But like you guys kind of get the idea, right? You get like the clouded glass effect. It just takes a lot of materials to do this, which is why I hate doing it, but only gotta do it once. Ow. Once because I'll be dead afterwards, but here, I'm gonna end up dying. I need to not do that. There we go. Here, let's hop back to the overworld. And we'll grab some more fuel. We probably need it. When I get soul speed, I'll eventually put this and make it all soul sand so we can run faster. Is my beacon not working? There we go. That's better. And let's go check out the iron farm as well. That's been going this whole time. Yeah, no, that's very full. Here, let's make some more blocks of iron. There. Clear up a little bit more space. And our artificial forest is looking great. Time for some deforestation. I mean, no, it's climate change. That's what's taking down the forest for sure. I'm hoping we can finish off all the glass today. I'm sort of having my doubts now, but I'm hoping the extra furnace will definitely help. Explodes, yeah. I just can't believe we're still going in hardcore, too. Like, we're slowly approaching day 420. Which, you know, it's always good. And yeah, no, they're so much faster now. Here. There we go. Get some more fuel going. We actually need a lot more fuel. The good news, though, is it does look like a lot of this cooked while I was in the nether somehow. There we go. Oops. There. And I actually still have some slabs. Let me toss those in here, I guess. Back to the nether. I sort of want to make like a port above the nether portal in here. Just so I can get to it from the surface so I don't have to go through this tunnel the entire time. Either that or I need to make the tunnel like bigger. Still have my speed for a second. Okay. Let's keep it going. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sweet. Okay. Starting to look pretty good. 68, 67. Yeah, I think that meme is like finally dying. Only 3 likes. I know, right? We actually had more likes earlier and then a bunch of people like retracted their like. It's been happening a lot lately. I don't know if it's like a YouTube glitch or what. Or people are just like, yeah, maybe this guy isn't cool anymore. But yeah, it's happened the past few streams where I've gotten up to like almost 10 likes and then out of nowhere I'm like back down to 3 and I'm like, what? But I thought we were homies. I don't know. Kind of hungry, actually. Oh. Hello. Sir. Get out of here. Didn't even hear him shoot. I'm over here minding my business. Mining away. And then all of a sudden it's just like, kaboom. Really glad I had my totem with me or that could have went real bad. Oops. That's not good. Just got put in so much immediate danger. Can you guys, like, get out of the way for a sec? Thank you. Okay. Let's continue laying this out. Yeah, that should be good. I just got the weirdest urge to watch Samurai Jack. You guys ever see that show? It's Phil Lamar. plays or voices Samurai Jack, who you guys might know as Hermes from Futurama, the Jamaican guy. Yeah, Samurai Jack is actually like a really good show. Here, can we like just trap you guys in here? Oh, we can trap that one. Yeah, it's actually like a pretty good show. If you're into like ASMR, it's like a show that's like full of ASMR. One of the relics from Cartoon Network. It's also the same guy. So Phil Lamar, he was actually one of his first roles. He was in Pulp Fiction. He's one of the people in the beginning of the movie where Samuel L. Jackson's character is like, "Does he look like a bitch?" He's like one of the dudes, like the background characters, and then he just like became famous later. Back then, he was just like a struggling actor. And now he's like a voice actor for like so many things. I think if you've heard like a black cartoon character, he's probably the voice of it. Stein curse counter 4. Oh no. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta put $1 in the swear jar now. Either him or Phil Lamar. I don't know. I actually learned yesterday that the guy who voices Husk in Has Been Hotel is one of the guys from the show Gargoyles. Which makes sense. He's got like a very deep voice. Very cryptic and deep. Yeah, different guy, but I didn't find out until yesterday that he's one of the voices from the show Gargoyles. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Keith. I had a friend named Keith when I was very young. Yeah, I guess that's all she wrote for this layer. We're getting very close though. I'm like within touching distance of the portal up there. You like read my mind. That was crazy. Ooh, spooky. Okay, let's see. There we go. I got my speed back. Rolling around at the speed of fast. Moving through tunnels. Going real fast. Just... Oh no, I want that one. Those are expensive. Another rack, another rack, another rack. Here we go. Loot the ocean for future generations. That's what we gotta do. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Dump this in here, and looks like we're back. Yeah, we don't have a lot of sea pickles again. We're also out of fuel, so let's do both. We'll grab fuel, and then we'll grab more sea pickles, and hopefully be able to finish another layer off. There we go. Only you can stop forest fires by removing the forest. Well, definitely sounds like my neighbors are awake. Some of my neighbors, they have, like, kids on the weekend for, like, custody or whatever. So, like, my building is, like, no kids until the weekend, and then it's just, like, a bunch of kids running around upstairs above me. I remember when I was a kid, I used to go to my dad's sometimes on the weekends, and I hated it so much because there was just, like, nothing to do at his place. Like, when my parents first divorced, we went to my dad's once, and it was literally like he had, like, a mattress on the floor, an old, like, CRT, like, tube TV that had no cable or anything attached to it. And so, like, he was like, yeah, we have a TV, and it's like, yeah, with what? It had no cable, it had no internet, it had no, like, video games, nothing. And he's like, okay, have fun, and just, like, leave us in the room, and we're just like, okay. We'd have to, like, entertain ourselves for, like, 2 days. It was so boring. I remember one time my dad's cousin, they were, like, kind of close. I was bored there because, like, again, like, we had, like, a mattress and a TV and no cable. So I found a glue stick randomly, and I took the glue stick and, like, rubbed it all over the door handle. And then I got my cousin to chase me, and he thought, like, oh, he's just being a kid, I'll chase him and, like, entertain him. And I slammed the door without touching the handle, and he went to go open the handle, and it was covered in glue stick. And he was like, oh, what the hell is this? And I just laughed, and my dad yelled at me, and I'm just like, come on, man, that was, like, the most harmless prank in the world. Like, come on. Okay, let's load this up. That should hold us for good. Yeah, unfortunately, I was an older sibling, and, well, I didn't typically torment my other siblings. Sometimes they would torment me, and, we learned to get very creative when it came to, pranking each other. Like, I'm the oldest of all my siblings, but my younger siblings definitely got it over on me a couple times. Where they, tricked me, and I was like, oh, crap. How are we doing for sand still? Still have a bunch, but let me fill all these guys back up. I'm the middle child, and I used to lock my older brother in the closet. Yeah, I have two siblings that are, like, full siblings that I, like, grew up with. And then I have a half sibling that lives in Japan because her mom is, like, native Japanese. And when my dad passed away, they moved back to Japan, and I haven't seen her in, like, 20-ish years. And then I have another half sibling who's younger than her, and they reached out to me a few years ago because they didn't really know our family or, like, anything about us. But we haven't had a chance to, like, meet in person yet, but, like, I knew her, like, when she was, like, a baby. There we go. Now we're cooking. Let's grab some more sea pickles. Yeah, my sister that lives in Japan is a ginger Japanese, if you can believe that. So if you see all of her school photos and we never know like which one is her, you just look for the one with red hair. Everyone's just got black hair. And it's just like, oh, yep, there she is. But she just turned, a couple weeks ago, actually, I think she just turned 24. But I've never, like, I don't even know if she speaks English anymore. Like, when they were little, apparently they went to, like, an English-speaking church in Japan. But I don't know if they're actually, like, a native speaker of Japanese anymore. Or of English, sorry. But up until, like, 4 years old, like, they lived in Canada. It's like a naturally straight hair black person. Yeah, I know. My hair sucks. I got like part of my mom's hair. Her hair is like super curly because she's black. And then so my hair is like kind of like wavy. It's not really curly necessarily unless I like leave it for a few days because I like brush it out straight. But my mom's hair is very, very curly. Like, I could technically have the hair to, like, get an afro, but I would never, like, do that. I'll stick to my flippy skater hair, which, by the way, if you recall, I cut all my hair off so I could go for job interviews and stuff. And now it is almost grown back, so I have my flippy hair back. Which, thank God, because I looked way too much like an irresponsible adult. Nobody wants that. Oh, my cool dude hair. There we go. Get some sea pickles going. No, I've actually been doing this like hair treatment plan for the past like 2-3 months. My hair is probably like the healthiest it's ever been. It's pretty sick. Like I used to have to use like shampoo every single day, but now I've like tamed my hair. So now if I don't shower for a day or like, well, not shower, like I shower every day, but if I don't wash my hair in the shower every day, it doesn't look like greasy and gross anymore. It just still looks like normal, healthy hair. Like that's the problem, like when you shampoo every single day, your body starts producing like more hair oil because it's constantly trying to like replenish what you're washing away. But what I've been doing is washing my hair every other day and using this special like shampoo and conditioner and stuff. And now my hair is like super healthy again. And like some of it's growing back, I guess, but feels all soft and luxurious. Oh, here we go. Lots of glass and dye. Let's head back to the nether. There we go. How are we looking down here? Are you gonna end the stream soon? Not quite yet, no. I planned to go till 10 and it's about 9 o'clock, so whether or not that actually happens, we'll see, but you know, we do have kind of a busy day today, so but we'll see. I'm honestly kind of surprised that Darko and Bacon King haven't shown up. You know, veterans of the channel. There we go. Get some glass. Honestly, I'm just chilly and thirsty more than anything. I'm like the only person here despite there being 35 viewers. I know, right? Only one in chat anyways. I still appreciate you guys listening or watching in the background too. There's a couple people that I know in real life that I know are subscribed to my channel from like way back when I started it, so it makes me curious if there's people that I like know IRL in my chat. I've always kind of wondered that. There's a couple people that I think would watch. I don't know if they're actually here or not. They're like adults with kids now, but like for example, I have one friend who, I don't know if she still does, but she worked in a comic book store. And really, really cool person. But I know she was into Minecraft for a little while. And is into a lot of the same things that I'm into. So I know she had subscribed to my channel. I just don't know if she's actually like watching, you know? But like she's like a mom with kids now, so hard to say. And I think a few people from when I worked in the skate shop have also subscribed as well. And like a couple of my old roommates and stuff, but hard to say. I even think a couple of my exes are subscribed too, but I don't know if they still watch or would even bother watching. God, I hope not. I'm just kidding, I don't care. Ah, jeez. I feel like there's a few people that if I knew them in real life and I found out they were watching, I'd be fine with it. But then there's a few people that I know in real life that if they found out they were watching, I'd be like, oh god. Like when I first started my channel, I made it very public and like very much like, hey, subscribe, like help me out, get my numbers up. But now I'd be like, oh man, like those people are watching me. This is so embarrassing. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm not really embarrassed by it. Like, you know, I'm technically getting paid money to play video games, so like, you know, have fun at your day job kind of thing. But at the same time too, it's just like, you know, I am a bit older and playing video games on the internet like a kid. So I sort of see the both sides of the coin, I guess. But I like Minecraft, and I've always liked Minecraft. It was one of the things that I found, like, you know, I didn't get introduced to Minecraft by, like, a friend or something. It was just, like, I found it, I thought it was cool, and I started playing it, got other people to play it. And, like, I know Minecraft's, like, the biggest game on the planet, but it felt like very much my own thing. And then, like, my nibblings, they play it too, so I can, like, connect with them. Just a fun game. What can I say? It tickles my engineer brain. It's like Legos, but better. Nibblings? Yeah, that's like nieces and nephews. Oh, jeez. There we go. You know that the chat is a little behind or not? Yeah, it's a little bit behind. It's YouTube like purposely lets you choose like the latency, which is like how late the chat is. So it takes a couple seconds for it to like show up on the screen sometimes. It's kind of on purpose, so it gives me a second to like read the chat and like get caught up. But it also helps with like lag for you guys and stuff. Like I can switch it to low latency, I just don't know if my computer / my internet is like fast enough, so I just keep it on normal. So there's like a 3 or 4 second delay before I actually like see the message. There's also times where I'm just straight up not paying attention. I'm just like too focused on like, you know, not being shot by a ghast. Wow, we're actually getting very close to the surface. Can I do this without dying? I hope so. Jeez, it's so huge. That's what she said. Oh! Okay. Yeah, no, we're actually like pretty close to the top. Like, unfortunately, these last few layers are the bigger ones, but we just crossed the 3-hour mark and we're doing pretty good. Yeah, you need some more sand, don't you? There we go. Fill these guys back up. That's not a swear, but add another $1 to the swear jar. Jeez, at this rate, I'm going to be broke. More broke than I already am. No, I'm kidding. No, man, we're working again. Got my new job. Have some other business opportunities coming my way soon as well, which I can't really talk about fully on stream, but if it plays out, it might be very, very good for the YouTube channel, so we'll see. I can't go into too many details, but depending on what happens in the next couple weeks, might be more regular with the streams again. We'll see. I have some plans, but it's a very busy time of year, so depends if I can follow through or not. But needless to say, there's hopefully some more content coming very, very soon. At least that's the plan. Yay, more content. Yeah, so I'm starting my OnlyFans. No, I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. Yeah, unfortunately I can't go into too many details about what's going on because it's still not fully set in stone yet, but there is the potential for a lot more content very soon. Add another $1 swear jar. That's not a swear. OnlyFans is crazy? Yeah, no kidding. I don't know how we got to the point where OnlyFans is like a regular thing. Because, like, I know people that, like, did stuff like that, like, before OnlyFans was, like, a thing. My sister's friends with, like, a lot of, like, you know, would-be models when we were teenagers, so, you know, Minecraft, or not Minecraft, MySpace girls and whatnot. But now that, like, OnlyFans is a thing, it's like, like so many people are on it now, and I'm just like, wow, like either our economy is like that bad that people can't find work, or people are that lazy that they can't find work, or that's just like a normal thing to do now. I don't really understand. You know, make your money. Like, I'm sitting here playing Minecraft for money, so I can't really, like, you know, hate those people for that. But at the same time, too, I'm just like, wow, like, I never thought OnlyFans would become, like, a normal 9-to-5 job for so many people. Just kind of blows my mind. Like, it's kind of weird, because, like, in my hometown, like, I don't obviously live in my hometown anymore, but the town I grew up in, basically, most of the, and, like, I mean, like, no disrespect by this, but, like, most of the women in my graduating class either ended up working in retail, becoming a stripper, or tried to become teachers and had to sit on a wait list for, like, 5 years to get a job. And so ended up in retail for that entire time, and some of them just kind of, like, stayed there. And, you know, I've worked retail too, but I could never picture myself doing it, like, forever. Dealing with customers face to face all the time. It can weigh on you a lot. That is a hard job. I feel like people don't give retail workers enough credit for the stuff they have to put up with. People are, same with like waiters and waitresses too, like those guys should definitely get paid a lot more money. Some people are just awful to service workers. And as someone who has worked in those industries, like, yeah, tip your server, like, Jesus Christ. I don't agree with this whole, like, movement slash meme right now of people being like, oh, yeah, I need to tip, like, 30-40%. I think that's a little excessive, but, you know, give them a proper tip. Alright, let's get some lime glass. We actually got quite a bit from that. Okay. Rolling around at the speed of fast. Eating my carrots, running my ass. Do you know TDAC? I don't know what that is, no. We're slowly getting there. Oh, man. Yeah, sorry. What is happening here? Jeez, I am getting meme dumped on by my wife. It's starting to look pretty good, though. You know, this has only taken, like, the past, like, 7 streams, if not more. But we're finally almost done with it. I don't know what to do with the upper parts of it, but I'll probably end up using, like banners or something to mark, like, which direction is, like, positive X, positive Z, and stuff. There we go. Here, we'll break some of this off. I don't know where all these pigmen are coming from. They are definitely going to have to move, though. Maybe I'll fly out a little bit so they despawn or something. But, yeah, no, they're definitely going to have to move. I'd prefer not to have to attack any of them, because they will definitely chase me. And that'll cause a lot of future problems. Really? That's all I had? Alright. Yeah, we're so close to the surface there. How many layers is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is layer... This is layer 7, I think. Oh, I didn't even know you could get up here. The more you know. Okay. Jeez, it is chilly. I'm like right by like the back entrance to my apartment, and it's not sealed very well, so I'm getting like a bit of a draft. And oh boy, is it chilly. Wait, why are you guys here? Stay out of the farm area. Ugh. Can't rely on good help these days. Okay. Let's grab some more glass. But yeah, we're on layer 7, about to start layer 8. We can save up a bit of this glass. There we go. And I'm pretty sure 8 layers is like the bare minimum to get the effect to work. But I just dug like way deeper than I needed to just to make sure. And it's looking pretty good. And then what we'll do is I'm thinking like black concrete powder would be good for like the outside edges of it, just so it's like solid black. But I'm also sort of thinking about using lime green concrete powder just to like try and make it look more invisible. I don't know like how the effect works fully from the sides, so I'm going to probably look up a video about it to see the best way to do it, either black or lime green. And then kind of go from there. But I just can't believe we're actually almost out of sand. Okay. Ooh, that was a loud one. Getting that watch time today, son. Had like 30-ish people here for the past 3 hours, so getting all those watch time hours in. I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow. I want to, I don't know how busy I'm going to be. So that is sort of like the tentative plan, but don't really know for sure if that's actually what's happening. we go. Get some glass. And back to the hole. Just like that South Park episode. Back to the pile. Here. I don't think this will despawn the piglins from going to the overworld, but hoping it did. There we go. Yeah, no, we're actually like pretty close to the top now. I could actually like survive that fall if I felt like it. Especially with feather falling, I probably would only take like 2 hearts, if that. Yeah, you guys are very much in the way. And I'm not really sure how to deal with them because they don't die to lava. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to get them out of here. Hopefully soon. Because, not that I think I have enough glass to finish this layer on me right now, but it's gonna be very, very close. And now, of course, there's an Enderman. I don't know, maybe I can get, like, boats or something and just, like, ride them off the edge. Here, let me deal with this guy. Oh, that was easy. That was surprisingly easy. Hey, yeah, my guy. Get out of here. Yeah, I think what happened is they fell down here and had no way back up, so maybe if I toss a block, like, here or something. Yeah, it worked for some of them. How much do I have left? It's not going to be enough, but it's going to be close. Let's see here. Yeah, no, it's gonna be super close, but not quite enough. That's okay. Another, like, stack will finish this row. And then we have 4 more layers left. Sorry. What are you doing, kitty cat? Alright, let's see what we got. And speed. New. Ah. Is your wife gonna watch the stream? My wife is standing right behind me, actually.
Hi, chat.
You want to see her skin? That's like a really creepy thing to read out of context.
Hey, Luna.
See, wife confirmed.
Thank you.
I agree. There you go. Dropping some Stein lore. Wife confirmed. Made my morning. Oh, that's you. And my cat screaming in the background now, like, see, now both my parents are awake. I can be as loud as I want. Little man, what do you think? I think I missed. Kitty cat. Okay. Back to the old grinding. Jeez, my voice was so dry there I couldn't even like get my words out. There we go. Grab some of this, make more slabs. Wash, rinse, repeat. I know this is like the most exciting thing in the world. Mr. Burr, what do we think? Just meowing away back there. At Abby Kate X7J, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. We have my wife and my cat and Luna and just all the glass in Minecraft existence. We're actually out of sea pickles again. Why don't you learn to use the elytra? I mean, like this one right here? Because I know how people use it with the mace, but you don't need the mace. Yeah, you don't need the mace. I would love to have the mace to like hang up on my wall, but I don't think I would actually use it as like an actual weapon in Minecraft. I'm more curious about the spear, honestly. I feel like the spear is going to be the new elytra weapon. Wembu mentioned. First, put chestplate in your second slot, then fireworks on your fourth. Let's see here. Mine away some of this stuff. I actually had a food. Oh, hello. Look at this dude. Oh, jeez. That would have actually been pretty bad if I didn't notice that. I have no food to recover health. Should I still have that bread on me? I guess not. Well, no. Use fireworks and swap the elytra with the chest plate, then swap them back, then press spacebar and you'll go flying. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Let's, here. Need to be able to find the source block. There we go. So if I... There we go. Crisis averted for now. Try it, you'll understand. I'm sure it will, but hardcore isn't exactly the game mode I want to do that in, and you know, risk catastrophic failure. Also, I don't have a mace, so I couldn't try it even if I wanted to. Don't worry, it's no risk. I sort of don't believe you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Here, this guy needs to get out of here. Oh. That was really good timing. Bro, he said no. Luna, the bruh authority. I also don't have a mace, so I couldn't even do it even if I wanted to. You're gonna go 1v1 a warden? Have fun. That's okay. I'm pretty good with my elytra techniques, thanks. Appreciate the help, though. Little man, why are you screaming? I know, I'm streaming too long. My cat's just dying for attention. We're trying to give it to him, and he's just like, no, I just want to scream. What am I making? I am making a clouded floor. If I was you, I would have just looked at the cat's eyes and just show a cat go flying off the screen. Here, I wonder if I get speed. Yeah, now it's like normal walking speed again, even though I'm starving. Let's see what we got here. Pumpkin pie. Nom 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 nom. Here, let's dump some of this. Jeez, this keyboard is awful. Like, it's a silent keyboard, so you're not able to hear the button clicks as easily on stream, which is why I use it, but... Man, is it almost killed me more than a few times now. Here, actually, how are we doing for bamboo? We can do that. Just after you hear going off the screen, he's just so good at it. There we go. Pop that in here. Through the power of pumpkin. Arctic Gamer OPX, what's going on? Got a few new people in the chat. Why do I have two pickaxes? Because I have Rich Boy and Silk Boy. One Fortune, one Silk Touch. You'll like and suh. Suh, dude. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Casually Explained. It's like one of his jokes. Let's go grab some more sea pickles. Well, if I fall in lava, the game is over. So, if I fall in lava and die, I'm in hardcore. So, that doesn't really matter. Not to mention it's netherite. Netherite doesn't burn in lava, so. It's almost like I've played this game before. Here, let's get some more of these guys going. Get out of here. There we go. It's okay, Luna. Sounds like they're young. Unfortunately, this dolphin is going to steal my pickle. Ah! Oh, I have dolphin's grace and speed. Meow. Try and grab a few of these. There we go. Make sure you join the Discord server, you guys. Yeah, that's true. The Discord server, the link is in the description. You know what I could do, actually, here. I will... Sorry, they changed the layout for live streaming, so it's a little bit different now. But if I do this, there we go. Pin the message. And we can even get the Twitch chat going. There we go. Pin that as well. There we go. That way you guys have the link to the Discord if you want to join it. It's up to you. But, hey, give me a challenge for my hardcore world. I don't know, beat a warden. I feel like that's a pretty good challenge in any world, let alone hardcore. Oh my god, it's been 40 minutes, that's crazy. Sea pickle time! Well, I don't know, beat 2 wardens. At the same time. Here. That's fine there. I'll even toss this in here for now. It's not where it belongs, but that's okay. I'm actually running out of sand, believe it or not. Here, let's fill these back up. And how are we doing for fuel? Not the greatest. There we go. Wait, do you do the pacer test? It's also called the beep test in Canada. Yeah, we do actually. My high school, we had the beep test for the girls, and then the guys had to do what was called the Mountain of Death. Which is not very fun. I actually never had to do the beep test, but my siblings did. Yeah, usually when I overexert myself when I do sports and stuff like that, so I end up like throwing up at the end. I just kind of hold it in till the end and then try my absolute hardest until I'm about to pass out and then throw up. But yeah, no, we have the beep test and we have the Mountain of Death, which is basically you run to the end of the basketball court or whatever it is, and then you do I mean, every month you would increase the amount of reps you would do. But you run to the end of the gym, you do 6 push-ups, do 6 sit-ups, then you just go back and forth and do 6 jumping jacks, 6 twisters, 6 I think it's squats, and 6 like wall jumps or something. You have to jump up and hit this like line on the wall. And every month they would increase the reps by 2, and then for our final exam they would drop it back down to 6, and then based on how much you improved, that's how much your what grade you would get. And I think my time for Mountain of Death was like 10 minutes and 50 seconds. Was my like end of the year final one. I think at the beginning of the year it was like 12 minutes and something. But yeah, no, Mountain of Death sucks. We had to do it every Wednesday in gym class in high school. And was not a fan, that's for sure. It was the one day that everybody kind of dreaded for gym class. Like the rest of the week would be like pretty chill and we'd play like European handball or whatever. And then Wednesdays was Mountain of Death day and everybody hated that. Why not 7? 6, 7. I don't know. Like, on one hand, I was like very in shape by the end of the year, but on the other hand, I was just like, man, I wish I didn't have to take gym. And like, I'm a pretty like, you know, active, athletic person. At least I used to be. Not so much anymore. But even back then, I was like in shape, and I was like, man, I don't want to do this. I want to go like play Yu-Gi-Oh with my friends or something. What happened to you not wanting to use your elytra at all? Yeah, so, like, I am gonna go back to that. You know, I know I said that, and I've been using it a lot lately. But for this build, just because I have to go back and forth to the nether a lot, and, like, you know, go up and down from the floors, it's just a lot faster and efficient for me to use it. But I am gonna go back to using, like, my chest plate very soon. For now, I'm just using it because it's just faster, and I know you guys don't want to watch me build this thing for another 10 streams, so it's gonna save a bit of time. Lime glass. There we go. Hypocrite. Yeah, who said that? Indeed. No, I kind of need it. Like, even when I started the stream today, I was like, why does my armor look so, like, crap and, like above my health there? I was like, why is it only, like, half? And I was like, right, elytra and gold boots. When is tea time? That's a great question. According to my wife, it's all the time. I don't know about tea time, but I really hoped it was breakfast time. Probably stop at Timmy's on the way out or something. I got the of approval. So I think we're gonna stop at Tim Hortons for anyone who's not from Canada and grab some breakfast before we head out shopping. Grab a breakfast sandwich or a breakfast wrap or something. There you go. Straight from the source. Okay. For a second, out of the corner of my eye, that looked like a ghast or something. I was like, what is that? I know, I know. Safe for now. Hey, we're back up to 6 likes. Thanks, guys. I don't know what happened. We were at 7 or 8, and then went back down to 3, and now we're back up to 6 again, and now we're at 7 again. So... oh, thanks, love. So, there we go. 8 likes. We're officially have more likes than we did earlier this morning before we lost them all. We're back in action. Dang, I really hoped that would have went a little bit further. We're very close to the end, though. We have 1, 2, 3 layers, and then this one is just about done, so... I'm trying to think of the safest way to go about this. Ow. Okay, that's not what I intended, but sure. We're slowly getting there. I don't think we're going to finish it this stream, unfortunately, but we're very, very close. It looks cool, so... Like, technically 8 layers is enough for the effect to take, you know, effect. But I went a little bit higher just to make sure you couldn't see anything through it. And it's looking really good. Also, too, like, you know, that's how close we are. So here, let me... We're very, very close to the surface. And then what we'll do is we'll probably hollow out all of this all around here. And then we'll make like actual like tunnel ways going this way. Because here's the thing, like we do actually have a tunnel here. This just leads to the highway to get to the desert. And so I need to make an alternate path eventually that will lead back up into there. But still make this look clean. So we'll figure that out eventually. I think what's going to end up happening is I'm going to have to rip out these stairs and then make like an elevator of some kind. I'm thinking like a redstone elevator that takes you to the highway path. Or I might just rip out the highway path and just like make it down here. Which I guess is fine. But we'll see. With that being said though, I'm pretty low on glass, so I'm thinking I might actually end the stream here. And then next time what we'll do is we'll head out and we'll get 3 more shulkers worth of sand, which I think will be enough. And then we can finish off the build. Or at least the floor of the build. Yeah, because we still have all this cooking, and yeah, I think that's probably good. So, yeah, I think I'm going to end it there, guys. We're very close, but next stream, either tomorrow or sometime this week, we will definitely be able to finish that off the next stream, like, no doubt in my mind. Because we have, like, 3 and a bit layers, and even today we did, like, 5, I think, so... yeah, should be good. But anyways, guys, thanks for showing up for the stream. I really appreciate it. You know, work's been kind of crazy and learning new stuff and have a bunch of stuff going on in the background with my grandma's like burial and stuff going on this week. So, I'll kind of keep you guys updated with what's going on. I have a couple of things going on in the background I can't really talk about yet, but if it all plays out and works out, it'll be very good for both me and the channel. So, once I know more about that, I will kind of spill the beans, but until then, I gotta keep my mouth shut a little bit. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. We're actually almost on day 420. So that'll probably be tomorrow's stream if I do one tomorrow. And yeah, we'll do something fun for that. But until then, goodbye and good night, gamers. I'll see you in the next one.